Hey Trekkies, welcome back to another video here on TXT Track Time. Please remember to like the video and also subscribe to the channel. Now with that said, Trekkie, Shelly-Ann Fraser Pryce released a video on her Instagram and she says a goal changes everything. Take a watch. All right, Trekkies, what do you think? You think she ready? You think she gone away? You think she just a come? Oh my gosh, you guys are in for a rude awakening when we get to the World Championships in the first round, second round, third round when it comes to Shelly-Ann Fraser Pryce. That woman turns up for global championships each and every time, and she turns up ready to give her best, her absolute best in that moment. So without a shadow of a doubt, I know Shelly-Ann Fraser Pryce, will be coming out to give her absolute best, not like any other year, this season as well to hopefully clinch a sixth, world title. Isn't that crazy? But yeah, we've got to the stage where, Shelly-Ann Fraser Pryce isn't even being considered, for a medal because again, we're going off times of 10.82 and 10.83. But when we look at it really, when Shelly was supposed to open her season, back when the outdoor season began, she pulled out, citing a knee injury. She got that checked out, got it worked on. Well, not surgery, but she got it checked out, and she's been sitting out the majority of the season for the most part. But she did turn up at our national championships and, she ran the 200 meters. And the most eye opening thing for me in the 200 meters was that bend that Shelly-Ann Fraser ran. She ran a blistering bend. Now, I know a lot of talk was, oh, the knee can't hold up. One, she was, running super fast there. I mean, bulleting out of the blocks. And two, she was on the curve. So if she was, potentially, not good, with her knee, she wouldn't have taken on, that curve. That's for sure, because you always hear athletes say when they're injured, they don't want to really, run a curve. She ran that curve and she ran it stupendous. You know what I mean? So off the back of that 200 meters, I was like, Shelly is coming with something. Shelly is definitely coming with something. I keep in the back of my mind, of course, also that she's spoken numerous times, about potentially, breaking the record. I think about a month prior, an interview was released with her where she was still even talking about breaking the record. So personally, if somebody's not in, record shape, I don't think they would be, coming out and, suggesting that, that's the time that they want to do, this season. So listen to her words, watching her runs, I'm thinking to myself, okay, she's fine. Then we got to the point where, okay, she's going to come out, in that 100 meters this season. And she gave us, two races. But a lot of people were like, oh my God, Shelly-Ann Fraser Pryce doesn't look impressive. And I'm like, are you all crazy? Shelly-Ann Fraser Pryce is known for one thing. There's a reason why she's called, Pocket Rocket, now Mommy Rocket. There's a big reason why she's been called that. Her start, her bullet start over the years gave her that name. You know what I mean? And in those two races that we watched with her, 10.82 and 10.83, the start was missing. However, what was very impressive was her top end speed, off the back of a not a typical start for Shelly-Ann Fraser Pryce. Now, I said to persons, think about it. Your start has a lot to do with how you accelerate, so if your start gets thrown off in any way, shape, or form, then clearly, your performance will not be, what it could have been. Maybe a 10.7, maybe a 10.6, you never know. But if Shelly-Ann Fraser Pryce is not using her start and her top end can still look so ridiculous, just imagine what is going to happen, when she puts that bullet start back on, when it comes to the World Championships. Now, a lot of people are saying, she won't have that bullet start anymore. Let me tell you something. Shelly can lose everything. Shelly can lose top end, but when it comes to that bullet start, it's going nowhere. That's something that is ingrained in her soul. You know what I mean? Her bullet start is going nowhere at all. So when I take a look at, that race that she released, well, not race, but training run, that she released, Shelly is ready. Shelly is ready. So come all contenders, come Sharika, come sha'carri, Come Talu. Let's see, which woman is gonna stand, on top at the end of the day. Chucky's listen, she's not, five-time world champion for nothing. Each year she has been able to get hungrier and hungrier amazingly, because she says a goal is everything. So she has her goals that she's working towards, and it's amazing when you set down those goals, how hard you will work towards it. And you know what? You tend to tear down certain barriers in front of you. And that's literally, what we're watching with Shelly and Fraser Pryce every year. She's literally tearing down barriers, age barriers. Oh, you can't run so fast, at this age. Shelly said, oh, really? Is that a thing? All right, barrier, tear down. You know what I mean? So I'm really, really excited to see Shelly and Fraser Pryce go in that women's 100 meters in Budapest. And I do not believe, again, I've already said, I do not believe three people are, finishing ahead of her. And it's going to be a mighty task, for the persons that if they do fall in front of her, it's gonna be a PB. If Sherika wants to beat her, it's gonna be a PB. If Talu wants to beat her, it has to be a PB. And I'm talking 10-6 lows PBs. If sha'carri wants to beat her, she also has to run a PB in 10-6s. Based on the back of what I just saw from Shelly and Fraser Pryce, she is ready to run possibly her fastest ever, if not in and around that 10-6 low that she's already done. Remember, her personal best is 10.60. I'm definitely seeing, from what I'm seeing, plus thinking about, what we saw in the 10-8 races, slap on back her start, that's an easy 10-6. No questions asked, right? So, in my opinion, again, and then when you take into consideration how the track she was running on, all of these things, when you factor them in, it tells you that Shelly and Fraser Pryce, those 10-8 runs could have easily been 10-7 runs, you know what I mean? And I'm talking about minus the bullet start. Just imagine a woman, being able to run 10-7s, minus executing her full race. That's amazing. Do you all remember that 10-7 was the barrier, was the ultimate, mark for women to run, and she's making it look so easy. Track is. You all tell me now in the comment section below, whether or not you think I'm reaching when it comes to Shelly and Fraser Price. Because again, I don't believe I'm reaching. There's video evidence, from each point, that literally, shows exactly what I'm talking about when it comes to Shelly and Fraser Price. When you look at every step she's taken this season, it all comes back to the World Championships and having her best performance there. And what I am seeing now indicates that we will be getting a super fast Shelly-Ann Fraser Price. Of course, I'm excited as a Jamaican one, because it means medal, 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 glory, glory, glory. I get to celebrate, watching her, potentially win, because again, there's still, Sherika, waiting in the wings. And if y'all don't know, both of them did not go to, the training camp, because they still hide their hand. You know what I mean? Shelly can't afford to make Sherika Suwa go on, and Sherika can't afford for Shelly Suwa go on. Both of them, are gonna come out and of course, show their hand when the time is required. So it's not gonna be the first round. They're gonna jog that. You know what I mean? Shelly's gonna jog that. She's notorious for it. Did you see her last year, especially in the semifinals? I don't think I've ever seen a semifinals, look that easy. I did see Elaine's as well, and Elaine's looked easy as well in 2021. But they have a different running style, so it looks, different, depending on the athlete. But Shelly and Fraser Price was wholly impressive, last season. So expect them to, do just enough to again make it into the next round. And of course, in the finals is where you're going to see Shelly pop, and literally pop and blast off like the pocket rocket we know, the mommy rocket that she's now become. And of course, march that line to hopefully collect, as I said, a sixth world title. The way, trackers, as I said, sound off in the comment section below. Let me know, what did you think about Shelly's run? Do you think she's gonna be turning up in tip-top shape? Or are you still thinking that, oh my god, she doesn't look good? Are you still crazy? Sound off in the comment section below, like the video and subscribe. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.